In this video, we're going to be dividing one fraction by another fraction. Now, dividing fractions is a tricky type of problem. Dividing fractions can be a little bit difficult, can definitely be confusing, okay? But there's a few steps we can do that can keep us in line, make sure we don't forget to do anything, and that we can end up with the correct answer, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our first term, our first fraction, we're just going to rewrite it just as it is, 3 over 5. We don't need to change anything about it. Second thing we're going to do, we're going to take our sign, which is a division, and we're going to change that to a multiplication, okay? Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to invert our second fraction, okay? When I say invert, all this means is we need to switch the numerator and denominator, okay? So the number we have on the bottom, our denominator, needs to now become the numerator, okay? So this 3, I'm now going to put it on the top of the fraction instead of on the bottom. And then I'm going to take my numerator, which is a 2, and it's going to become my new denominator, okay? So what did we just do? How did we take our division of fractions and turn it into a multiplication? Well, first, we took our first fraction, just copied it, left it alone. Then we took our sign or our action, operation, division, and we switched that to a multiplication. Finally, one of the most important parts is to take your second fraction and invert it. So we're going to reverse our numerator and our denominator, okay? So we take our denominator 3, that becomes the numerator. We take our numerator 2, and that becomes our denominator. Now we just simply proceed as we would with any multiplication of two fractions, okay? Now, remember, when we multiply fractions, it's different than when we add or subtract fractions. We're not worried about our denominators being different, okay? With multiplication, the denominators can be the same, they can be different, it doesn't matter. How we multiply two fractions is simply, first, we're going to multiply the two numerators. We're going to say 3 times 3. What's our answer? It's 9. That's our new numerator. Then we're going to multiply our denominators, okay? So we're going to end up with a new denominator. So in this case, we have 5 times 2. That gives us 10. So our answer then is 9 over 10. Now, we can look at this fraction and see, can we maybe reduce it? But we can't. In this case, 9 over 10 is as far reduced as it can be. So our answer is simply 9 over 10. If you would like to learn how to quickly study for your GED exam online and get a new resume, then visit testprepskills.com.